phone holder thing here because there's nowhere to put the phone. Uh, Maybe cars should invent somewhere where you can hang your phone, and maybe not drive and video, but there are times where you need to do that, especially in emergencies when maybe somebody's jeopardizing your safety, or have cameras on the computer on the cars so that in the event of an accident, incident, or police report needed, you'll have a way to be safe. You shouldn't have to grab your phone and password and we need more safety features in cars because that's about my neck has been damaged and everything. I'm still trying to figure out where I can stick this little sucker so I can talk. I don't see a place. All right. So maybe I can hang it over there. Anyway, let's see. I don't know, guys. I got the stick and there's nowhere to put in this funky little aqua car. There's nowhere to put it. There is nowhere to put it. However, welcome to Daily Divine Guidance. This is a beautiful Saturday. Let me see if I can. Well, I probably could get out the car, but I'm sick of this community. It's always a boss somewhere. Boss. Do this, do that, go over here. And all you need is a parent that acts like you're 2 years old and they must correct you everywhere because they like attention. Anytime somebody's focusing on you, ta-da, don't do that, don't do this. Are you narcissistic? You just hate for me to talk to any man. You hate. What is wrong with you? Always acting a fool. Don't park here. Don't go over there. Don't get an attitude. Okay. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know, but beautiful Saturday. Let me see if I can roll the windows down. Things are great. I'm going to probably release this car. They're charging me $450 a week. I do not feel well every day, especially with the weather changing and all these tornadoes and all that. I'd be like, I ain't going nowhere. So I miss days of work, and the other 2 days may have been great, and then the next 4 days may be ugly. It's too much, and I can't be out here hustling like I usually do. I cannot. So I won't have anywhere to stay, and I will not have employment. And this is what somebody wanted, and God said, go to flow, child. What are you gonna do? Go to flow. You're trying everything and stuff keep coming up. Trust me. So, beautiful Saturday. Thank you for your patience, guys. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. So again, I'm sitting here by the train tracks. Beautiful day. Helping the community. Welcome to the live. I'm not into politics, but I am into justice. I am into balance. I am into fairness. I am into what God stands for. I am not religious. I'm not spiritual. I'm a believer. And I don't understand why we got to explain this to people, but I'm not interested. All I know is I believe that there's something bigger than us, like moving these clouds, and it ain't us. I don't care what you do. You are not moving those clouds, child. Okay, you didn't make those clouds. I mean, people try to imitate God. That's cute. Ooh, that's so cute. Now I'm holding the phone and naturally I'm moving a little bit, but those clouds are moving. You did not do that. Okay, those trees, you can plant them, but you did not make them. You can replant them, reuse them, reseed them, whatever you call it, but you did not make those trees. Amen. All right, the metal we see on this gate right here, you can go dig it up. You can twist it into metal of whatever kind, but you did not make metal. It's from the earth. I'm trying to tell y'all. I got the science lessons. I'm probably not considered a scholar in science or anything like that, but more and more that I connect to God, and I don't mean to. I just as I got older, for some reason, I just started to understand that this stuff growing out the ground is really science, and God is that. So we call it science, but it's really just the power of God being resourceful. He's source, and he allows us to reuse that as a resource, repurpose, reinvent, redirect energy for our comfortability. Hello. Kenya, oh, Katia. Hi, I hope I said it right. How are you today? I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. And if I could see you guys' faces or your page, I would absolutely chat with you. You can't see channel activity sometimes. Um, yeah, yeah. But you can't really see people's page. I think you should also be able to subscribe to people from here. I know they're trying to be all technical where they're like, oh, people should think the way you think and it should be a niche or something that everybody listen, this is life. I mean, we like several things. We don't come on YouTube and just say, oh, all I want are cooking. I mean, we have lives, we have relationships, we have health, we have all kinds of stuff. So why, if a person talks about everything, you wouldn't subscribe? Maybe you just don't like the person. I think we really need to get out of that. People can be talking about something so great, something so inventive, so nice, but I don't like the way they sound. I don't like their face. I don't want to be associated with that type of person. What are they doing wrong? Jesus. Okay, so I talk about everything here. Daily Divine Guidance was because people were bullying me like children. They were causing me and my children a lot of loss, like homelessness, pain. Pain hasn't stopped. Right now I'm limping because they tore me up yesterday. They didn't give me a break. Oh, Lord. What do I mean? Somebody's using military energy weapons that shoot through everything I sleep on or sit on. And they're trying to make it like I'm sick. I'm not sick. I go to the doctor. They never know it's what. Because this is someone that's using military grade equipment to just harm me. Now, there's several reasons why that could happen, but I'm just telling you what happened. I don't know what they're doing to my children. I don't know where they are. I haven't talked to them or seen them. About a year. Why? Again, I don't know, but I can only tell you what happened. They keep causing me to lose my houses, my apartments, my cars, jobs. Like now I'm driving Uber and this donkey is charging me $450 to drive his raggedy cars that I got to keep going in for service. And if I do that, it still turns into it still turns into I'm giving him all the money. So if I make $500 a week, I'm giving him $450. Now you can make $1,000 something a week, and it's not his fault that I'm not able to perform at that level, because again, whatever they do makes my head hurt. It makes me groggy. It makes me sick. And plus, if they want to be real funny, like at the beginning of the week, Sunday night, something interrupts me so hard that I can't get back to sleep for a while. And so that Monday is messed up. I can't do anything. And that's the day of pay. So it's like I'm really trying to rest that day. And I'm normally up on that day. But somebody's going to hell and probably jail. You'll see it on the news most likely. If not, all I can tell you is look for people that are being freed from jail for no reason. I mean, they won't give us the backstory of why these people are being released. Hello, everybody. Derek, how are you? Yes, I need a good man, honey. Aren't you the one that's emailing me? And you won't even tell me what city you live in? So yeah, there's people that are doing several things to me. And I'm not able to even maintain this. And normally I can, like today, I could work today, but I'll have to make $200 a day today, and then $200 tomorrow, and then I still have to make something else. But I still have a debt of like $78 to make up, and this is not mentioning the $100 rent that I pay per week. I haven't been able to hit that in a minute because I was coming from another job with the state, several jobs, and they kept getting me fired from those. Paying people to be stupid or just irritating me, paying people that I work with to irritate me. Now, these can be government workers or somebody with a mental problem. These are people with problems. God said lean in, child. Go with the flow. If you can keep the car, fine. If you can't, fine. Most likely, these little devils that rent me these little raggedy pieces of car will probably say, well, we'll give you a few more days to make the payment up. Then I'll start back up with the $450 a week. because I'm not able to do it. I'm not right now. Now, if they give me this grace to Monday, I can make it up, and then I can start back the new week. Because I mean, you can make 250 a day, and if the car is 450, you could do it. But like I said, with this weather, and then me feeling sick on random days because somebody's zapping the hell out of me at night is crazy. Now, someone may be interested in the reason why people are distracting you, which is a vision. Some of us are visionaries. Some of us have ideas that go beyond the norm, and we can see it. But the Bible tells us to write the vision and make it plain. Now, I've written several visions and people stole them and went and put them on the market, I heard. Because I don't have them no more. I wrote a book, gone. I didn't even finish it. I've thrown out a few ideas. I come up with these $1 billion ideas all the time. And they'll be $1 billion because people need this. I don't even know how to put these out because I don't have the money to invest in them. So I just throw them out there. If somebody grabs it and go make money, why would I be upset? Somebody had to put it out. And that's why I keep saying, if you guys need business ideas, come to me. I got them all day. And they seem minute, but I promise you, somebody's going, I should have thought of that. And if you wait long enough, somebody will. We all have the same needs. And there's a lot of new things that somebody thought of before, probably put it out but didn't work, or somebody stole it or whatever. But if you do it, that'll probably be the greatest thing ever. I promise you, I just thought of something. I was like, that is grand. And you hear people all the time making jokes about it. You do. And I was like, that would be a good idea to resolve that issue. All the time. I don't look for it. Stuff just pop in my head. And it solves a problem. So one is housing. I think we need to start training our children differently about being adults. 13, well, anytime from newborn up to about 13, we're kind of giving them the basics to Mr. Rogers' life. Just be nice, pay attention, be polite, but no stranger danger. No stranger danger. Know it when you see it, hear it. You're in Virginia? Okay, I'm 50, sir. I don't mind saying that. Hello. So, yeah. Yeah. And then by the time they're 13, they're young adults. So you're not just training them to be good people with a good foundation, creating a safe place for them to grow, explore, and expand. But now you are teaching them literally how to be more responsible, having little tasks that teach them about responsibility, accountability, and making things happen. And so whenever they graduate, they can maybe pursue college and or work. And in their pursuit, they'll find their dreams and have the money to fund it. Hello. All right. And that's what I did with mine. I don't think she understood that because people put around her a bunch of little silly kids that weren't paying attention to life. But I put her in a college in high school. So she had a dual, DUAL class, high school and college. So when she graduated high school, she also graduated college 2 years. So the first 2 years of her high school was high school. The second was high school and college. She graduated literally with an associate's degree. And the kids around her, the teachers were trying to encourage her to continue to go because it's hard out here for people, especially African Americans, to have, again, a way to fund their dreams. We all have dreams and goals. And it seems like we all have dreams and we want to go do this, we want to go do that. But we don't have the money and we're not smart enough to just go to work and fund it. And then too, sometimes when you have a job, there's so many things and people pulling at your money because this is a crooked world that you don't really get to enjoy it and fund things that you want to fund, FUND. They rather you give them your money so they can fund their effery, FUCKERY, or fund their foolishness. Like, If you have a good job, they want you to be supplying the drugs and alcohol or the money so they can go do whatever they're doing while you over here working hard. And they hope you stay at work while you giving them money on the Cash App or something. Because they don't really want you to be involved in whatever they're doing. They just need the money. Some people get so creative as to steal it. So I think at 18, after you've done whatever, we should transition these children into a certain type of housing program where they are capable of learning to take care of themselves, to go to school or work. And I know the government has that for children whose families have been disadvantaged somehow. Like maybe the mom was incarcerated or maybe there was some violence in the family. Sometimes they may, I don't know anything about it, but I heard they may offer the young kids by the time they hit 18 to have their own housing as long as they go to school or go to work. But again, at that age, these kids generally are so bombarded with a raggedy lifestyle, they don't take these advantages, most of them. Because there's always a nasty uncle or aunt or cousin or somebody that's mad or jealous, and they'll end up causing those kids to lose those opportunities. And then they'll be out here like everybody else, trying to struggle, most likely with kids if you're a girl. So I think we need to have a more protective housing program for 18-year-olds up to about like maybe 20, maybe 27. I don't think they should all be mixed up, but between those ages, we should have a program for them to transition from their parents' house into the workforce and maybe some type of schooling if they choose. I mean, by law, they need to be working. But see, the law benefits from all these kids that don't have that structure. I believe that. Society benefits from the kids that don't have structure at 18. So they're out here probably doing drugs, selling drugs, being goofy, getting into stuff. And then they're in the penal system. Or they have records or things like that. That takes time to erase. Or if it ever does. Because when you don't have structure, you get into a whole bunch of foolishness. And who benefits? Government. So I don't think they like kids having discipline. I raised mine to be very disciplined, and there's demons that literally just try to take them all off their tracks and make them slaves to some old folks that ain't got no brains. So they can pay them their money. Just inconveniencing the kids so that the kids have to serve them with their tyrant attitudes. And I pray that God breaks that chain and allow these kids to have their own housing, so that they can be structured and protected from villains like that. Because if they know they have somewhere to go, they don't have to be succumbing to society, kicking them out, and then acting like, well, until you do what I said, you ain't going to have anything. There's some people out here that literally work in government that are holding people back because they're not chasing up behind their smelly underwear. Oh, you're going to be homeless. You didn't do what I said. What? What are you talking about? Right? And I promise you that is what's happening. And that's not fair. Y'all want to see my eyes? There you go. It's not fair. To me, you, the kids. It's not fair. All these wonderful kids out here. They're being attacked by these old people that don't want to work. Don't have a life or a brain or a dream. Just slavers. Wanting to inconvenience all the young people and snatch them from their dreams so they can be in a little brothel. Sad. So, all of that said, we have an idea for housing for children that don't have parents or they're struggling in their homes. We want to have a literal protective housing program where these kids can go, almost like border school, something of that nature. It will be one person pretty much over these kids at all times, except for the people that work in the house that clean or do certain things. This person would serve as a mother, a teacher, a nurturer, a disciplinarian. These are kids from maybe kindergarten up to 6th grade. And then from there, we'll have another program, maybe 6 to 12. Okay. Or 6th to ninth, and then ninth to 12th. They call it junior high. Whatever. And they'll learn all of this within that school. Will they get time to go other places? Of course. We will have facilities for these kids to mix and mingle and hang out with each other because they don't have parents. And we will have protective measures so that no one's snatching them into corners or luring them outside of their communities. Just as I understand, because people would like to bother me as old as I am because they're childish, we will absolutely have a way of dealing with kids with disciplinarian problems. Like they don't have discipline, they don't know how to sit still and mind their own business. We will absolutely have protective services or measures for the kids that are being bothered. And we will let them know, if you carry this particular behavior anywhere else in any type of form, we will absolutely take measures to send them over to another type of school. They'll still be free, but it won't be like a detention center. They're kids. It'll actually be maybe a more targeted mental health medical facility to kind of maybe figure out what's wrong with this kid and why they're so aggressive. Maybe it was their childhood or their upbringing, and that's why they're in these programs. And we're not setting these up so that we could say, oh, well, this kid had an issue, so we're going to put them over here. No, we noticed that while they were here, they had an issue, and now we're going to ask this kid what was popping in your past. Although we may have a history of that, a little background. What was going on that caused you to feel like you need to be this way? And in finding that out, we'll absolutely try and accommodate this kid and make sure that they are maybe finding remedies for their issues or ways to resolve their concerns, things of that nature. We'll see. I'm smacking on these cookies right now. We'll see. Where's that key at? Things happen. Maybe they're having separation anxiety from their family. And if there's a bunch of kids that are related, we'll absolutely try to keep them together. I don't know what's up with separating kids, except people are sexually doing stuff they're not supposed to. And they're separating them. For various reasons. To get what they want out of something. That's rude. It happens. So, women that are abused, maybe like domestic violence, things of that nature. If anybody comes and says, I'm having a hard time with where I'm at, and they have children, we're on it. We will absolutely get them located somewhere. Whatever that looks like, get them working. And hopefully we can keep this place really professional, because there are people that when they find out that certain facilities are for people that are hurt or damaged, or I mean damaged in the sense of they're no good, but maybe they've been wounded somehow, or they need to heal or something, that they don't start seeing this as a place with problems. Or is this a charity? Or is this a psych ward? We want to keep it very professional. We don't want to see it like, oh, here comes the problems. Because this can be anybody, and we really want to consider, like, we're not going to live forever. And we don't want people treating our children or our families, if we have a brain, like trash. So why would we treat people like trash while we're here? I'm not saying because you treat people good, they're going to be good to your kids. There's a lot of weirdos outside. But we want to be considerate in our doings. We don't want to treat people like different or trashy or I went to Pacific Gardens with my children one time because everybody was acting weird and I didn't know why. We went there and we were trying to get a room and the kids were in school and it was like, well, what are we gonna do this evening? This is crazy. We were resilient. But yeah, the kids were in school later and I understand them wanting to have more stability. And because someone was in my butt, I couldn't give that to them. So now they feel like we can't deal with you because we're looking back and we're having so many issues with of the instability and this, that. It wasn't my fault, but it was my responsibility and I did my best to deal with it. But whoever working in the government was in my business, whether it was family or friends or just some nut jobs, these people need mental, yeah, they're gonna get the help they need, whether it's through God, the universe, or people having a brain and saying, y'all need to go heal. How dare y'all use government funds to F around with people's heads? How dare you take government money and stalk people to cause them to lose their footing in life with their children, kill them, or get them killed, or cause them to commit suicide, collect money policies on them, life policies, whatever, and then sell their organs or something. Now, I believe the original plan was to walk up and ambush these folks because that's demonic. Those people don't need to be nowhere in society, nowhere on this earth. If they're causing women to meet bad men that abuse them and make them feel bad and get them pregnant so much, make them sick, and then kill them, or they kill themselves. And then you take the kids and put them in sex trafficking and start the same cycle over them, separating them, selling them, and you work for the government. Treating them poorly, having them have these scars because mom gone or something, or locked up for crazy because men are beat up so mercilessly, and you knew about it. So housing should not be a question for anybody. No one should be worried like me now. I don't have any money. I don't have a job. I don't have a place to stay. I should not be sitting here trying to figure out what I'm going to freaking do next. And this is such a great America. And I work hard enough to have my own stuff. And the demon and that little demon pack are out here plotting on you and your kids, constantly stealing your stuff, and people blind eye. God not blind. God sees everything. He's absolutely not happy with people that see this and they're so scared of other people, when God is like, you need to be scared of me. Step up, speak up. Be scared of me, not them. They can't do nothing to you like I can. I could really change your life. They could touch it. And people still, oh, I don't want to upset my little friends. God's like, baby, I'm the only friend you need. Don't have me show you that. Because people going to pass. People are going to change. People going to get locked up. People going to be found out to be nuts. Then what? You did all that to respect them. Or you left all this down here that God wanted you to address. But you're a coward. So he did it. So now you look like an even bigger coward that you could have done something and you didn't. And the strangest thing is, sometimes we have to suffer in silence. Dang, I could have made a difference in that person's life and I didn't. I was so evil and conniving. Now I need somebody to make a difference in my life. So maybe this is my time to have that same experience. Oh, a lot of loss. A lot of mayhem. A lot of confusion. And the strangest thing, I don't know who's a narcissist. I just know what they do. When people are defeated in their foolishness, and they see they can't really battle you, now they have an ailment. They need sympathy. Oh, just forgive them because they weren't feeling well. Well, life goes on, honey. And it gets gooder. For somebody. It gets gooder for somebody. As the song say, you get in the whole wide world and lose your little raggedy soul. Then what? Gain the world. You can give me Jesus. Because I'm happy with Jesus alone. Well, what you gonna be? Yeah, for now. But I think you need to worry about what's gonna happen to you for later. See, people be up, but they can come down. And that's just life. There's always a balance. Nobody's ever always up. Even if the I see you, you see me, it looks real even and good. Like everything is always there. The house, car, the money. Okay, but what about the relationships? They're raggedy. What about the personality? Raggedy. What about the maturity level? Garbage. People look good. They ain't good for nothing but looks. Okay, so you got all that stuff. But you don't have nothing inside your soul or your body or your head. And women still haven't figured it out yet. Some of you all have mastered looking pretty. People may tell you, you may know it yourself, but you don't have any insights. Are we back? Yes. All right.